I was pretty well prepared for college. I went to a college prep school, so I think I was very well prepared. Some of my classes were higher level courses, so I took a lot of AP classes that had to do with earning college credits.
I would say I was quite prepared for college. Apart from the things that I was interested in doing, I had to do a lot of other things like community service and other subjects.
I think I was fairly well prepared for college. I feel like I had a lot of the creative aspects of being able to put together projects and work like that.
Coming into college, I really wasn't that prepared. Going to a public school, we really didn't do much college prep, and without the one guidance counselor I had, I probably wouldn't have known what to expect coming from college.
I feel like my high school did prepare me pretty well for college. Not necessarily for the workload, because the workload is much greater here.
I think I was pretty well prepared compared to some of my peers. For example, my senior year, I took this AP biology class, and she really made it like college-like. So the classroom setting, we spent it as if it was lab, and then outside of class, we had to do our own studying, and we had to read the textbook by ourselves and watch lectures.
I think I was pretty well prepared for college. I went to specifically like a college preparatory school, so I think they prepared us really well for college.
Coming out of high school, I didn't really know what to expect. I was one of the first people in my family to come to college, actually.
I don't put too much responsibility because I joined too many clubs and I took on leadership positions too soon, and I thought I could do it, but I can't.
I wish I knew the amount of things that were here at college to do, because there are a lot of things to do, and how important it is to get involved with just activities.
Too much freedom is not necessarily a good thing. There's you can do whatever you want, but you shouldn't do whatever you want.
Even though you're taking a lot of classes, even if you take like 17 credits, it is still a lot of free time, and it's hard to manage that time. So a good time management would definitely help.
Probably that I would have to balance working with also academic work. The second thing would be asking more questions, because I think that's the one thing that I'm learning all the time in the US is to ask questions and never to assume anything.
I wish I knew exactly what I wanted to study. I wish I knew more about women in the sciences and more about Earth history, so I knew that that's something I'm really interested in, something I want to study when I got here.
Understanding diverse opinions and just being in a different environment than what I'm used to.
I wish I know exactly how heavy the workload was going to be, because I feel like I'm studying way more, and I have papers like every single day and stuff like that. I wish I knew that there were so many activities to do on campus.
One thing I wish I knew before was like how to actually study for understanding and comprehension rather than studying for tests. Like, to be honest, like how I did in high school, which is the way that you get by.
Wish I knew how to write a thesis paper really well, so that would be like an easy thing to like just put together and organize and do, and kind of the point of what a thesis paper is.
Wish I knew more how to interact with other people, which also got easier as time went on and as I started to learn people from different backgrounds.
I think my high school put a lot of emphasis on academic work, and we're always told that you need to get this, you have to do this well to be able to come to an American college, but they didn't really talk about the psychological effects of leaving your home and coming to a different culture and a different country altogether.
I think helping people visiting more colleges, I think more visits to colleges really help.
My high school didn't offer a lot of AP courses, and it didn't offer a lot of science, really good science courses, which was really upsetting. I think out of 4 years of high school, I got 1 year where I really had a science class that A, would have prepared me for college science classes, and B, would have gotten me interested in science.
I wish they had taught us how to write for real life, not the structure where it's like this is the intro, here's my thesis, I'm going to talk about X, Y, and Z. But writing like being able to write an interesting paper that has a compelling argument and that will draw in your audience.
I feel as though my high school could have had, college courses open to the majority of the high school instead of just a select few, in which they took college courses or college courses that gave college credits at the local city college and left that opportunity open to every student instead of just the select few.
I wish they just gave me like a greater workload, and I wish they were better at not necessarily teaching math, but I'm really crappy at math, so maybe better teaching math.
Having classes that are more tailored to college preparedness rather than, just being able to do classes just to get by, just to get a high school diploma, but actually making college prep classes mandatory for some students who maybe don't think college is an option for them, but these classes might help them change that idea.
I think it would be a little bit easier if we were kind of introduced to some of the upperclassmen like sooner rather than later, because like the NSO thing is like really cool and you get to like meet all of the people in your grade, but then it's kind of like after that it's like, okay, now I don't know anybody else on campus that's like that can like give me advice or anything.
Simple things at the start of the year, like how meal exchange works. Yeah, that was a fun one. Or just like that you can get a Saga to go box, or where to go for certain things, who to talk to, telling you where admissions is, or who you want to talk to if you have to, the registrar's office.
So I think I don't know, maybe during NSO or like professors should reinforce the idea like, hey, it's great to explore, but when you're exploring, don't take on too much than you think you can.
I would say that some of the things that Earlham could do would be helping students with jobs on campus, sort of assisting them a little bit more.
Earlham itself, I know they at one point had like a summer writing thing, and because of me coming in at an odd time, I didn't get that. So.
Well, I mean, the professors are really personable, so that does help, and I really appreciate that. But I mean, advisor-wise, I like my advisor, but if they could pair you up with like an advisor that is more towards what you want to major in, I think that would be better, because it's just hard for me to relate to my advisor.
I think the idea of having an Earlham seminar is, in theory, it's a good idea, but the way it was executed may use a little work. If Earlham seminars are going to be a thing, maybe just have a more structured design where they can help us further our academic success.
With my classmates, like a huge strength that I've seen is, and also they've taught me, is to be able to say no, and it's really important to take care of yourself.
Strengths I've seen in my classmates would have to be that they definitely offer a different point of views, which help in circumstances, which allow you to view a situation from a different angle to solve issues. Strengths I've seen in myself is I've definitely become more involved within activities, whether it's in class, on campus, just being more open to socializing and expanding social networks.
Organization, I think I'm actually, that's probably a strength that I have, because I'm a pretty organized person.
I think everybody here is really good at having like a kind of classroom discussion and being involved and actually active in the learning.
I think my strength is taking pride in my work and really wanting to learn things and showing up to class and being interested in the material and doing whatever I can to learn things.
The strengths I see here are hard work and time management.
People don't give up easily. I see people working very, very hard, whether it's academically or with the extracurricular activities, people are always doing such a great job.
As far as weaknesses for myself, I'm really bad at writing like English papers, and I hate writing English papers.
Weaknesses could be like in writing essays or not being prepared enough for a test or something like that.
I would have to go back to asking questions, and that's a big thing, and that's something I always go back to, because I think sometimes I'll just assume something, and I think a lot of people do. We just assume things, and then we find out in the end that, oh no, actually it's like this.
Yeah, some of my classmates can write a paper in one night. It's insane. And like pick out quotes out of a book and then like formulate something out of it. And I'm really glad to do that.
Time management sometimes. I mean, I struggle with time management. Everybody struggles with time management. And then, especially in college, when you have all these papers, random stuff due at different times, like, and clubs, like if you're doing clubs and then you have assignments due and stuff like that, I feel like it's really tough.
A little bit of procrastination sometimes. I wait too long to start on assignments and try to do something that I know I could do very well if I give myself enough time.
I don't participate very much in discussions, so I feel like that's a big weakness because that's participation.